Okay, perfect. I really love that everyone's super active in the chat. I hope we can carry out this enthusiasm as we're going through this 1 month long, very, very interesting program. I hope you guys attend all of the sessions with the same enthusiasm and the same energy that you guys have right now. So, with that being said, welcome to STEMQuest 3.0. This is our third season of STEMQuest that we are doing. We started it in December of 2024, which was when our first STEMQuest happened. Our second one happened earlier in June of this year. And this is our third one, which is our winter edition. And I'm so happy that you guys have decided to spend your winter break with us. We have people who have joined for the second and third time, which it's really, really excited to see. Some of our previous participants, they're now attending as speakers, which is also amazing to see, especially as someone who loves seeing the participants in STEMQuest 3.0 or STEMQuest in general grow. So this time you're going to notice for any of the participants who are joining again, it is not just something that's in partnership with MedExplorer. We are also working with an amazing organization called STEM Up, and we're going to get a little bit into it. This session is going to cover everything you need to know about the program, from who your host and moderators are, from who you need to be in contact with, certificate, eligibility, and so on. So without further ado, let's get started. If you guys have any questions, you are free to leave them in the chat. I will answer them either towards the end or I will answer them as we go. Because it is an introductory session, I will try to answer them as we go, but usually there's a specific session structure that we follow. Okay, let us begin. So this is our table of contents of what we will be covering today. Number one, we will be talking about the host, which is me, Abeer, and then we'll be talking about the organizations that made possible for this amazing program to really be possible in the first place. Then we're going to talk about the aim of STEMQuest 3.0. We're going to talk about the schedule for STEMQuest 3.0, which is very, very interesting because this time around, we do not just have double the participants, but we also have double the speakers and sessions. So the knowledge that you're going to be getting out of this 1 month program is going to be amazing. Then we're going to talk about your digital toolkits, the 2 apps that you're definitely going to need if you need to succeed and complete this program. We're going to talk about effective participation, what that means as a participant. Of course, I don't want you guys just attending the sessions and not really getting something out of it. I don't want this program to be something that you guys just slap onto your LinkedIns and call it a day. I really want this to be a program where you guys truly learn and expand your love for STEM. Okay, then we're going to talk about the end of program presentation, which is a really new addition that we have this season, and you guys are really going to enjoy it. We're going to talk about certificate requirements. I assume all of you guys really want to know how to be eligible for a certificate. Then we're going to end off with our closing remarks and our question and answer session, which once again, if you guys have any questions, you guys are free to leave them in the chat box and I will answer them as I can. So let's start by talking a little bit about me. That's a picture of me from Organic Chem Lab this semester. My name's Abeer Iftikhar. I'm from Pakistan, but I was born and raised in the UAE. I am currently not a sophomore anymore. I'm officially a junior with the end of the semester. And my major is a bachelor's in biotechnology. I currently am focusing on bioinformatics. That's a field in STEM that I am very, very interested in, and I would love to explore further. Some of my hobbies, which are very, very basic, include reading books, podcasts, and learning. And I will be your host and moderator for STEMQuest 3.0. Any questions you have, anything that you want to learn, any last minute attendance questions, I am always going to be here to help. You guys have my email. You guys also have my WhatsApp. I will be replying to any of your queries as soon as I can. So enough about me. We're going to talk about the 3 lovely organizations that honestly were the catalyst towards making something like STEM Quest 3.0 happen in the first place. And a reason for that is that all three of these organizations came together and collaborated and make sure a program like this would be possible. Starting off with YSI, I personally work for YSI. I joined YSI in April of 2024. It was founded in 2023. They have published over 65 plus research articles, which are student-led. We have over 200 plus researchers from around the world. And a really fun fact is that they published an 888 pages long research journal at the end of 2024. And all of this is student-led. It is students like you who made this possible. Next up, we have MedExplorer, which was founded by Mr. Muhammad Adil Abbas. They focus on providing affordable and equal access to healthcare throughout Pakistan. They are recognized by UNGC. They're the founder of the year in 2023 for Microsoft's Startup Founders Hub, and they've won multiple awards. Any startup that is even the least bit philanthropic is always something appreciated at YSI, especially in a developing country like Pakistan. Initiatives like this are always appreciated. Third up, we have our new addition to STEM Quest, which this season, they are going to be bringing amazing opportunities to you guys. So STEM Up is a Qatar-based foundation, an organization that was founded by Zara. They facilitate STEM opportunities for high schoolers. Part of the reason why you guys are here is because you guys are looking for opportunities within STEM. Am I right? So this is basically what STEM Up's mission is, and it really aligned with the values of STEM Quest and what we wanted to achieve with our program. So it totally made sense for us to go ahead and add them to this program. It's a student-led initiative, and they will be providing hands-on STEM activities and skills for you guys to learn after each and every program. We're going to get through the session structure soon, but this is basically a summary of the three organizations that made it possible. I would 100% recommend all of you guys to check them out on Instagram, on LinkedIn, follow their pages, support them, because they're the reasons that we could bring together so many talented speakers and so many experts within the STEM realm and bring them to you guys. So let's kind of look at the previous STEM Quests stats. We had a total of 55 plus attendees on average. We had about 100 applications last time. And a really fun fact is only 27% of the original signups people ended up getting a certificate. So only 27% actually sat through all the sessions, they completed their assignments, and they put in the hard work, and they put in the effort, and they completed our program. Is the program hard? You can ask anyone who's done STEM Quest before. I would love to see some previous STEM Quest attendees to definitely confirm. It's not a hard program at all. It is just something that requires you to be consistent. It requires you to have a certain level of discipline, a certain level of commitment to STEM, and a commitment to learning and taking this opportunity and taking this free time that you have and investing it into something that you're passionate about. So I know it's a shocking statistic that only 27% of people got the certificate, but I truly believe the fact that there's 54 people in this meeting right now, I truly believe each and every one of you can work hard and get the certificate and attend all the sessions. And at the end, the certificate itself is not that meaningful. It is the language, it is the knowledge that you're going to gain from these sessions that's going to be super helpful. So we have a question, are STEM Quest 1.0 and 2.0 also biology inclined? So basically STEM Quest explores all four areas of STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and math. But generally the pattern that we've noticed is that the speakers that we end up getting are usually more focused on either biology or tech. But this time around, we really made sure to get a full mix of all four of the subtopics within STEM. And even if you go through the schedule and the topic of the sessions, they're very diverse within the STEM field. So that was just a little fun fact for you guys. Now let's look at the schedule of STEM Quest 3.0, and it's too long, so I'm not gonna go through all of it, but I hope you guys can see my screen. Just give me a second here. Okay, so this is the session that you guys are attending right now, which is the introduction session. And then we have tomorrow at the exact same time, we're going to have this session by Kerem Yaman, who is a wonderful speaker, and he is going to talk about cryptochromes and the circadian rhythm in mammals and plants. Now, some of you guys are going to read these session titles and you're going to be super, super intimidated by these scientific words or the scientific jargon that's present in these titles. But I promise you, the speakers are going to deliver the sessions to you in a way where they understand that you do not have specializations in this field, and they're going to make you understand this topic. So while at first glance, they might seem a little intimidating, I truly, truly recommend that you guys sit through that discomfort of not knowing something and take on the challenge of learning STEM. STEM itself is a very, very intimidating field. Anyone who takes STEM will tell you that, but unless you're willing to push through that initial feeling of discomfort, you cannot succeed in STEM. But I truly believe the fact that you guys sat down and you guys filled out the Google Forms and you guys are here at this very moment attending this introductory session, I truly think that you guys will be able to complete this program. And I want to be the one who motivates you to do it. And I really hope I'm successful in doing so. And then after that, we have very interesting topics like AI and gene therapy. We have marine physiology of invertebrates. We have dementia, Alzheimer's, and all of these really interesting diseases that scientists are still trying to learn. So it's really intriguing to see a young, fresh perspective on these issues. We're going to talk about how AI will rewrite the future of cancer care. We're going to talk about neuroscience. We're going to talk about pharmaceuticals, gene editing. We're going to talk about why high school youth belong in research. This is a very interesting session. I think you guys will truly benefit off of this. We are not just going to be talking about theoretical STEM topics. We're going to talk about how to find opportunities for yourself within the STEM realm, considering it's so intimidating to get into these. We're going to talk about side questing in STEM and how to find opportunities. We're going to talk about the chemistry of skincare and inclusive dermatology with Randy. Randy, I believe, is a third-time attendee of STEM Quest 3.0, and she truly has been so amazing to have every single season. She is just a wonder to be around. And I was really happy to see when she wanted to join STEM Quest 3.0 as a speaker. I truly cannot wait for her session. We're going to talk about, thank you so much, Randy. We're going to talk about the space, astronomy. We're going to talk about the cross-collaboration between healthcare. We're going to talk about food systems. We're going to talk about stem cells, and we're going to talk about health information. We're going to talk about the role of youth in neuroscience. We're going to talk about neuropharmacology and space biology and science communication. We're also going to talk about the underrepresentation of genomic data. There are so many topics, and I think anyone who's taken STEM Quest last season will know we did not have this many speakers last time, did we? We had like 16 sessions, I believe. This time we have 33 sessions and 33 different, very talented speakers. So you guys are truly, truly going to get so much knowledge. And I love this enthusiasm that everyone has. I know some of these topics, they sound a little intimidating. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what gyrification in response to hypoxic brain injury is, but we're going to learn together, because it really is going to expand your horizons of knowledge that you're going to have. And it's going to truly embed such a love for STEM for you. And I really hope it motivates you guys to do well in your careers and to really boost your careers. So that's the session. I really recommend that you guys go through the session links. So we have a question. If I don't know anything about some of the topics, does that make a problem? Of course not. You guys, this program is literally about expanding your already existing knowledge on STEM. Some of the sessions you will find it hard to grasp onto the topics, but it is your perseverance and your grit that you're really going to need to rely on in order to be able to push through these sessions. So don't worry at all. You're going to learn, you're going to explore new topics, and you're going to have the chance to ask speaker questions. So if you don't understand anything, towards the end of each session, you get to interact with the speaker because it's a live speaker. So you get to interact with them, ask them any questions, and ultimately learn about the different fields within STEM. So I have emailed this to you guys. I've sent it over on the WhatsApp community. Every week, I'm going to be sending the session links to all of the sessions all at once, so you guys don't have to wait for the session link like you had to do today. So don't worry at all. So we have another question. Due to difference in time zones, I won't be able to attend a few sessions. Will I be able to get a recording? Of course, guys, all of these sessions are recorded and they're going to be exclusively available to you guys because you guys signed up, you guys are in the WhatsApp community, so there's going to be recordings available. I 100% understand your time commitments, the time zone differences, and the difficulties that that brings in. So of course, we're going to try to support you from our side as much as we can. Oh, I'm so sorry. Most of the sessions are during midnight for you. That's crazy. It's okay. There will be session recordings available. Okay. So let us get back to our PowerPoint. So we've covered the STEM Quest 3 schedule. Please make sure you guys go through the schedule, add it to your Google calendars, set reminders. Before the week starts, write in all the sessions that you can attend. Really, really try to be present for the live sessions if you can. So moving on. Your digital toolkit this time includes two very simple apps. You have WhatsApp, which is going to be our main form of communication. Make sure that you have joined not just the WhatsApp community, but there's a general tab and an extra group that I'm going to be making for questions and answers. So make sure you add that. And then for Google Meet, that's the main platform that we're going to be using. So make sure you guys, another thing I really want you guys to do is to use the same Gmail account throughout all of the sessions and make sure that it has your name written where I could clearly see that it's you. Because we have a shortcut added where I will be able to see the attendance list, so the time you joined to the time you ended, and that's how your attendance for each of the live sessions will be calculated. So make sure you guys join with the same email. If you are switching your email, let me know that both of these emails are you so I can count it for you. Okay, moving on. Effective participation. This is something that I cannot stress on enough because this is something that we always appreciate at STEMQuest in general. Number one, be on time. Join each session a few minutes early to avoid missing any content and to especially show respect to the speaker. Guys, the speakers are not getting paid to deliver these sessions. It is something that they're doing completely voluntarily. They're sharing your knowledge with you. And a lot of these speakers are experts who are taking out time from their very, very busy schedules to deliver these sessions to you. So for me, if there is someone who is doing something like this for me, I would make sure I'm on time. I would make sure I'm active in the chat. I would make sure that I'm really respecting the time that this person is giving me. Number two, you have to learn to stay active in the chat. I really love how active you guys are in the chat. And I really hope we carry this energy as we go through the sessions. Of course, you guys will not be able to attend all the sessions. There's like 33 sessions, but as many as you can, because there are going to be certificates, especially for the people who were active. We did superlatives last time, so we had most active. We had people who got certificates for being the most active. We had people who got certificates for doing their assignments on time, etc., etc. Number three, please respect all speakers and attendees. I think that's a given. Maintain a positive, inclusive, and respectful environment. No spamming, no disruptive behavior or off-topic messages. We are all here to discuss one thing that really speaks to us, and that is the topic of STEM. I'm so down for any conversations that involve science, that involve research, but anything outside of that, let's please keep it out of the group chat. Okay, we can ignore this one. This is from last time. We do not have quests this time. We are going to have something really, really interesting. Okay, muting your mic. I understand that many of you guys would love to talk, but of course, with many participants, it's really, really hard to have people speaking over each other. So keep your microphones muted and use the chat box. I am 100% an advocate for using your chat box. Okay, we have a question. What were quests about? So quests were something that we introduced last session. In all honesty, this is the same PowerPoint that we used last time. And I forgot to edit this out. So quests were something that were basically kind of like assignments that we had students do. But unfortunately, the issue with that is it felt too much like a school. It felt like you had to do this assignment. And I think that's the thing. With assignments or with this program, we never want you guys to feel like it's a chore. We want you guys to truly enjoy what you're learning. Even though there is going to be a little bit of discipline involved, I really think that assignments were kind of making people back out of the program as a whole because you have other commitments too. We completely understand that. So we kind of thing in general. Okay. Last but not least, please be prepared. Before sessions, have access to the Google Meet. Make sure your Wi-Fi is working. Make sure you have, if you want to take notes or you use your iPad, make sure your devices are charged and everything is well prepared. Make sure you listen very, very attentively and ask questions and be active. And I think effective participation truly is something to get you the most out of this session or this program. Okay, moving on. This is something new. So at the end of the program, so the last 2 days, what we're going to do is we're not going to have any sessions. Instead, you guys are going to present. And what are you guys going to present? So we're going to be delegating to you guys a mini research project that you will complete during this 1 month. You can either choose a topic of your liking, or you can choose from a list of pre-selected topics. Now, this is something that I will give you guys more information about and we will talk about, and I will make sure that I email you guys all the necessary information. But you will basically need to come up with a poster presentation that will summarize the topic that you have studied throughout this 1 month, and all the other information like guidelines will be shared. And why we introduce this is if you see any STEM or any STEM professional, you will see that they have a very specific niche topic that they kind of have an expertise in. And I think it's really, really important for you to have at least one capstone project that you've worked towards. So if you've never even thought of research, if you can think of any research topics, I really recommend you guys start thinking of mini topics that you would love to research about. I will be sending more information about this. We will be hosting sessions where I will help you guys on how exactly to do the research and what exactly to do. Okay, we have some questions before we move on. The recordings will be uploaded to a Google Drive link, and I will be sending the Google Drive link to you guys. Don't you worry. If you guys have exams, okay, 12th of January, our program ends on the 15th of January. And by then, probably on the 14th and 15th, you will just have to present your poster. So hopefully, if that's something that's feasible for you, you can go ahead. Will we be able to contact the speakers privately after the sessions? I think that's something that's entirely dependent on the speaker's preference. If they're willing to give you guys their contact information for anything that they would, for any questions or etc., of course, I will ask them. But if they prefer not to, then I can't do that. But yes, that's something that I'll definitely keep in mind to ask the speakers. But you will be able to chat to them after their session is over because we are going to have a Q&A session. So a standard session would look like this. We have a 45-minute to 50-minute session. And then we have a 5 to 15 minutes Q&A section. And then we have something really interesting, and that's going to be our hands-on activities, which is going to be facilitated by STEM Up, our third partner organization. And instead of having quests, which we gave people 2-3 days to do, and they were these really lengthy assignments. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys participate in this really end of session 15 minutes activity. So either you guys are going to go in breakout rooms and form teams, or you guys are going to submit individual answers in the chat box. It's essentially taking that theoretical knowledge that you just got from the session and applying it to practical real world problems. So when we're going to be having these, it's going to take a maximum of 15 minutes after the session. So each session you can expect to last around 1 hour and 15 minutes, depending on how long the speaker actually takes and the questioning and answering section. Okay. Now, everyone's favorite part, certificate requirements. So to be eligible for a certificate and to receive an official STEM Quest 3.0 certificate of completion, you must fulfill both of the following. Number 1, live attendance. You need to attend at least 50% of the sessions live, and that's approximately 16 out of 33 sessions. Now, 50%, in all honesty, is a very, very lenient percentage, because usually I remember when we first did the program, we had a 70% attendance policy. But of course, I understand that you guys have personal commitments. There's going to be time zone conflicts, etc., etc. That's very understandable. So that's 100% okay, but a minimum of 50% is required, and your attendance will be calculated towards the end of the program. Number 2 is the poster presentation, which will be evaluated by a panel of judges, and it is mandatory for you to participate in it. Now, I do have a question for you guys. I'm going to add this as a poll later on in the WhatsApp community. Would you prefer to do the research individually, or would you rather be randomly paired up with each other and do the research project? Because I understand that some people are more comfortable working individually, but if there's something that we really want to achieve with STEM Quest, is to also make sure that you guys get connections and you guys get experiences with other people who are passionate about STEM Quest. So if you are working on a research project, would you want to do it in teams, or would you rather do it individually? Let me know. I'll also send a poll in the WhatsApp community. Just a mini note, ignore this. No certificate will be issued for partial participation. Unfortunately, if you are below the 50% mark for the attendance and you could not participate in the poster presentation, we will not be able to give you a certificate towards the end of the program. So really, really make sure that you guys clear out your calendars for at least, for safe measures, 70%, so 21 to 22 of the sessions that you want. I mean, ideally, I would love to have all of you guys here for all 33 of the sessions, but it's completely okay and it's totally understandable, especially considering that there's going to be sessions almost every single day, with some days having 2 sessions. With that being said, guys, if you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to say at all, let me know. Write it in the chat box. Our next session is going to be tomorrow at the same time, and it's going to cover cryptochromes and the circadian rhythm in mammals and plants with Karam Yaman. And that's a session you guys should really, really look forward to, because it's going to be really, really interesting. I just went through the PowerPoint, and it's going to be a super, super fun session for you guys. Thank you so much for the reactions. If you guys have any questions, anything you want to say, anything you want to know, you are free to write it in the chat box. And then after that, we can conclude our first ever STEM Quest 3.0 session. Cannot wait to have you guys here on this journey. I hope it's a really fulfilling journey for you guys. I hope you have the passion and the commitment and the discipline to follow through with the program. And I hope to see a much higher percentage than 27% for the people who are going to be receiving a certificate, because I truly think the fact that you guys are here and you guys are attending this session and you guys took time out of your obviously very precious time and you want to dedicate it to learning more about STEM, please, please, please make sure that you guys attend the sessions and work on the research project, which I'm going to be sending you guys more details about it very, very soon. So I can see there's no questions in the chat box. I'm going to wait 2 minutes. If there are no questions, then we can conclude the session. And don't forget, you guys can always reach out to me on my WhatsApp or my email or on the Team STEMQuest email if you guys have any questions about absolutely anything relating to the program. You guys are free to connect with me on LinkedIn too. I'll send you guys my LinkedIn profile. I absolutely love to see the variety of participants that we have. So definitely check me out on there too. Okay, I'm so sorry. I could not see the questions. Okay, let me go through this, guys. Okay, the recordings. Would each participant be given an individual chance to present their topic? Now, that is entirely dependent on whether we go with the model where we have a team of people working, we have individual presentations. So if we are doing individual presentations, and there's probably going to be a time limit, so like 5 minutes to present your topic, or if we're going with a team, then maybe we'll extend the time. So 10 minutes, and maybe, let's say it's a team of 2 people, so it's going to be 5 minutes per person. Or if it's a team of 4 people, then it's going to about 1.5 minutes for each person. So it's really dependent on whether we go with the teamwork model or the team model or the individual model. Will our research be published, and will someone mentor us for the research project? So because we do not have the facilities to individually make sure that the research is actually something that's beneficial, what we're going to do instead is we're going to have you guys work on a really tiny mini research project. So it's not going to be something that's really in depth. It's more for you guys to learn about a specific topic and kind of learn the very basics of what a normal poster presentation would have. So abstract, introduction, then you guys are going to have the problem. You guys are going to talk about the conclusion, the result. We're probably going to go through different research papers and how to read those research papers. So no, it won't be published somewhere. If you guys do manage to write an article, we will be posting it on the YSI page. We do have research articles there from students, so you guys should check that out. But yes, the top 3 articles will probably get published on our personal page, but not any scientific journal or something. Okay. Will the mini research and presentation be separate? No. So the mini research is for you guys, and then the presentation is basically a summary of what you guys have researched about. So for example, let's say your topic is the underrepresentation of women in healthcare data. So you guys are going to research as much as you can about it, summarize this information, and you guys are going to water it down in a way where you guys can present it in 5 minutes. And I'm going to give you guys the structure of how exactly it should be presented. Don't worry. Will I share the recording of this in the community? Yes, I will be uploading the recording to a Drive link, and we can go ahead from there. Okay. I think that's a really good suggestion, Zuha. I think if some people want to work individually, they can, but if some people would rather have teams, I think that's an option we can definitely explore. Thank you for that. I think the time zones will definitely be an issue with the team, but let's check. Okay. Of course, if you guys want any help for the project, we will be there. We have another moderator. We have the team at both MedExplorer and STEM Up who are ready to help you guys, so don't worry at all. So are there 2 sessions taking place within the same day? Yes, unfortunately, we do have 2 sessions, I think on, let's check together. I think one is on the 20th. Yes, we're gonna have 2 sessions, which are gonna be one's at 12 and one's at 12 GMT and one's at 2 p.m. GMT. And then we have 2 on the 21st, so the day right after that. And then we have 2 on Saturday, the 27th, and Monday and Tuesday. So a total, okay. Wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 days with 2 sessions. But don't worry, guys. If you guys can only manage to attend 1 session on that day, it's absolutely okay. But I really would love, because I mean, the topics are really, really intriguing. So whichever one is the one that speaks to you most, you guys can definitely join. Okay, I will be leaving a poll in the WhatsApp community on whether you guys prefer teamwork or individual work or a mix of both. So definitely let me know. How will we register our attendance? You guys don't have to worry about attendance. I have a shortcut that will let me know all the accounts that have joined, so you don't have to worry about attendance. It will automatically be calculated. Will someone guide us for research? Yes, guys. You will get basic guidelines, of course. Will we provide mentors that are gonna very in-depth explain it to you? Not really, but any questions that you have, anything that you have, can 100% be directed to me, and I will try to help you guys as much as I can. Remember, the research project is something that's very, very basic. It's something that is more for you guys to learn rather than for us, you guys to kind of learn the basics of what the structure of a standard scientific paper research would look like. So don't worry about the research, guys. It will be something that's easy. It will be something that you guys will be able to do. Okay. Okay, Fajr, that's a really, really interesting suggestion. I really think maybe I would be able to send out a Google form with people who are interested in similar topics within STEM, and then we can pair them up together. I think that's a really smart solution. But once again, if you guys have any issues with your teammates, or if we're going with the teammate route, if you guys have an issue, you guys are free to reach out to me and we will figure something out. The poster should be a digital one. Yeah, so you guys can use Canva, you guys can use anything. I will be sending you guys a very in-detail document either today or tomorrow. So don't worry about that. Any and all questions can be redirected to my WhatsApp. Would we be given the opportunity to choose our team? So if you guys have joined the program with any of your friends and you guys have a preference to do it with them, of course, you can let me know and I can try to put you guys in the same team. But in general, we're going to probably pair together people who have similar interests. So when will you publish the pre-selected topics? I will be sending them either today or tomorrow, so keep an eye out for them. I'll be emailing it to you guys, and I will also be sending it on the WhatsApp community, which please remember, guys, WhatsApp community is our main form of communication. Email communication is not to be relied on. I will be using WhatsApp to send any last-minute communications, because sometimes what happens is we have a speaker who has technical issues, or we have speakers who there's time zone conflict, so we have to either change the session, or really for last-minute updates, make sure that you guys are always active on WhatsApp, because that is the form of communication that we will be using most consistently throughout this. So we will not be connecting you guys to professors. This is a student-led program. So unfortunately, we do not have the resources for that, but we have given out letter of recommendations to our winners before, but it's something that's on request. So if you guys would request it, we would definitely be able to provide it. Yes, of course, you will need to cite resources with any research project. Citations and references are very, very important. And you guys obviously need to use really reputable journals. Don't worry. In 1 week, how many days can we join? So I would recommend at least trying to join more than half of the session, so like 70% of the session. So if a week has on average 10 sessions, try to join at least 7 of them, because towards the end, what happens is that your commitments increase and you're not able to attend the sessions. So really try your best to, because I've genuinely had people who could not attend the sessions because of their commitments, and then their attendance was not enough for them to receive a certificate. I think if some of the participants want to work in groups, they can do that, of course. Okay, so that's an option I will definitely keep open, guys, don't worry. So could you go over what awards we can give? So we have a general certificate of participation that we give out if you guys attend 50% of the sessions and participate in the research project. We're obviously going to have top 3 poster presentations, and then these poster presentations are going to get published onto our YSI website. We are going to have, so last time we did kind of like superlative, so we had awards for most active member. We had awards for, I remember there was one called Curious Cat for people who interacted with the speaker a lot and asked them a lot of questions. So I can definitely send out more information about that, or if that's something that you guys are interested in. Are we using a poster or slides to present our research, and will you assign us an advisor or a professional who will be fact-checking the research that we do? Okay, so for this question specifically, while we do have mentors who can be provided by our partner organization, MedExplorer, we will not be giving you guys a mentor specifically to the group. So we will be having cross-check the researches to make sure that they're accurate. Of course, we won't be publishing any research that's inaccurate, but no, the advisor will not be assigned individually. It's more of an independent research project. But of course, if you guys need any help or professional opinions, we will 100% try to get back to you guys or get you the experts who can answer those questions for you. So don't worry about the research project much. I'm going to be sending the details very, very soon. It's going to be a really detailed Word document. I'll send you guys examples of the poster presentations. They're not going to be slides, by the way. It's going to be kind of like a, let me see if I can try to pull out a research project that I've done for my uni. Just give me a second. I'll give you guys like an example of what. Oh, and if you guys do not have any other questions, I'm just going to answer this one last question. You guys are free to leave. Don't worry. It was so nice seeing you guys and seeing the enthusiasm that you have. About the poster presentation, I will be sending you guys samples. Don't worry about it. And we will be sending you guys all the detailed information. So do not worry, guys. You will do well as long as you have the motivation and the grit and the discipline to continue this program. With that being said, I'm going to conclude the session. Any questions, redirect them to my WhatsApp, email me. I'm available at almost all times, guys. So don't worry.